Well, folks, good morning. Today I'm starting with some coffee and some Jegs. Hot rod parts and caffeine. Isn't that what you need? I got to pick up some parts for the Olds 455 build we're working on at the shop. It's a customer's build. It's not mine, but I'm in need of some stuff to get the rotating assembly fully balanced. Uncle Bob McVay reached out to me and said, hey, by the way, I'm getting this thing balanced. I need the balancer and the flywheel, which I don't have. So here we go. We're going to go to Jegs. We're at the 11th Avenue store. I think Terry's working today. We're going to swing in there and see if he can get me a solution today. And then I got to get this thing up to Bob. So let's go spend some money. Welcome to Jegs. There's the man right over there. And yes, this is coffee. Before anybody makes a comment.
Sure it is.
It's iced coffee, but it's coffee. Not an Irish coffee. How you doing, Terry?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I survived PRI without getting the plague, which is better than like everybody else.
Yeah, you did good because everyone else I know has got it.
Yes. They either brought it there or they got it there.
Yeah.
I did a proper application of whiskey so that I did not get sick.
So you pre-treated.
Yes. Well, it's just like when you're cleaning the counter. What are you cleaning with?
That's right.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Right. So
That's right.
If you
Kills
get a
germs.
throat infection, it does the same thing.
Makes perfect sense.
I'm not a doctor. Don't take my medical advice. All right. So what I'm looking for today, Oldsmobile stuff.
Okay.
I need a balancer
Okay.
and a flywheel.
Okay.
Neutral balanced,
Zero
if possible. Yep.
Okay.
Can you do it?
I think I can do it. I think I can do it.
Nobody knows about the rotating assembly yet, Terry. Shh. That's something else.
Okay.
Oh. Yes, it's foo-foo coffee. It's iced coffee with
Did you have
peppermint in it.
How did you? What's your take on the show? Did you have a good show?
Had a great time. I had a much better time than a lot of other people did. Several of my compatriots didn't make it to the final day. They had a little bit rougher time than I did, but we had a good time.
That's good.
A lot of good vendors I talked to.
That's good.
Lots of good responses from everybody. Everybody's enjoyed the videos, so
That's good. That's
exactly what I need right
That's
there.
what I have heard from a lot of people. We had a lot of people. You stopping here, either coming or going.
Yeah,
Both.
sure.
And yeah, it was good. The people that were coming back, I had people from Canada in here the other day. I got people from New Jersey in here yesterday, and they all of them said the same day. Great show. It was a great show. A lot of good people there.
Indianapolis went ahead and turned down the temperature for us as always.
It was nice. Yeah, it snowed, didn't it?
It's just in time for the show. Let's turn it down into the teens, and then it goes right back to like 45 right as soon as we're ready to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was a really good time. We had a good time.
I think that's a part of the reason why everybody's getting the sickness.
It's a long weekend too. I mean,
It is. I mean,
like-
it basically starts on Thursday, right? I mean,
yeah, and if you're a vendor or somebody there, you're there on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, because that building, they took the 55 up on Tuesday.
Yep.
Tony and Tess took the White Cracker up on Tuesday. So yeah.
Jimmy Dale was there with his Mustang.
Yeah, Jimmy Dale was there with his Mustang.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all. Last time I saw it was in the body shop, like 9 million pieces.
It looked nice.
Yeah, it looked nice. Yeah.
Shiny Johnson.
Yeah. 428 022. Delaware.
Up at the warehouse.
Yeah,
All right.
they do have it though, and a neutral balance flex plate. Flex plate, right? Not flywheel.
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was a standard.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I couldn't remember the guy had 4-speed in it. And I got to think it's a big car.
One left in stock, and apparently it's
The only one left in the world.
yeah. That's it. So what's the real price now?
I bet it's pretty cheap.
It's the last one left in existence.
However, that's pretty cheap.
What is price for me?
Let's see, 1845505.
And it's in Delaware.
$79.59.
So, but it's externally balanced.
It's externally balanced, so it means it's probably got. I'm sure it's not made that way. I'm sure what it's going to have a weight welded to it. So basically, you have to cut the weight off.
I wonder how much that would upset Bob.
He's a machinist.
Come on, Bob. All you got to do is just
He's
cut
a
this damn weight.
machinist.
And he gives me the part today.
Yeah, and it
That's
gets you
the
a part
important part.
today, and that's the deal.
In true me fashion, I need it now.
Yeah,
Terry.
I think I think that's all there would be to it. I wish they'd show the back side of it. That's what I was looking for. See anybody had another picture of it, but
Yeah.
that's their generic picture. So I had that same picture everybody else would have,
All right.
or if anybody else had one, because now they say they don't have it.
I think because you have it in stock, it's going to be the option that I have.
Well, if it won't work, you can let me know, and or Bob don't want to fool it, let me know, and I'll just order you the other one, and we'll just get it in. But it looks like the same generic picture.
It's the same generic picture, right?
Everybody's got. Yeah. That one looks a little different, but it's the same. It's the front side, not the back side.
Yeah, that says externally balanced also.
Yeah, it does. But to make it externally balanced on a flex plate, especially, you can't really build weight into a flex plate. It's got to have it'll have a separate weight welded onto it. So
Just grind it off.
grind it off. Well, it'll be welded just like all the rest of them. Let me out here. It's just going to weld on both sides of it. Cut the weld off, grind the welding off of it, and it's off. Done. So that would be it.
Well, PRW, I'm sorry, but I think we're going to be cutting up one of your limited edition, never can be found again flex plates to be able to make this work. Fortunately, though, they got one in stock, so
Yeah, exactly.
that's hot rodding. I guess I probably need to go ahead and get some other stuff for that Pontiac, too.
Okay.
I need to probably get exactly the same thing for my Pontiac.
A balancer.
I think I have a
flex
balancer.
plate. So you just need a
I
flex
think
plate.
I have one of those balancers.
Okay.
I think I just need a flex plate.
Yeah, flex plate ought to have here.
Talking myself into spending more money that I don't really need to spend right now.
150.
Back with you in a second. All right, what do we got?
All right, so you're going up to the warehouse to pick up a flex plate for a balancer for an Oldsmobile, a flex plate for an Oldsmobile, balancer bolt for an Oldsmobile, and flex plate bolts for both the Pontiac and the Oldsmobile. And then I'm going to order you a Pontiac
Flex plate.
Flex plate.
Because I'm 95% sure I still have one of those balancers sitting behind my desk.
If not, you know my number.
Yeah, and you know my credit card.
Yes, I do.
That's the kind of relationship we have. And I'm going to get out of here for less than $1,000, as you said.
Yeah, you do. That's $1,000.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
$15 off. So what you're going to get pick up $243.36
And it's all at the warehouse?
at the warehouse.
Cool. I love having you
Beautiful.
guys local.
Beautiful Delaware, Ohio.
Beautiful Delaware, Ohio. So that gets me. I can take this stuff directly to Bob.
Yeah, everything for yours. You can take it right to him. Yeah, yeah. And
Bob,
he was
coming to see you.
He was in fine spirits last night, so he ought to be in fine spirits again today.
Well, hopefully he's working today.
I bet he is.
Not too much Christmas season.
Yeah,
A little eggnog.
No, he was in good shape when we left last night. In
I
fact,
tried to
he
convince
left
him.
early.
I tried to convince him to come out with me on PRI nights,
How'd that
and he
work?
was nope. Like, you already in your pajamas, Bob? He's like, just about. Come on, Bob, come out with us. Little bit of bourbon and some blues. Have a good time. He's like, nope, not doing it. I've heard about you. I'm not doing it. In hindsight, it was probably a good idea that he said no.
Your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, I'll own that. I'll own that. I do have a good time at those shows. I will own that. Cool. Well, that means I can go see Bob.
That's it.
That means I can also update some other stuff on what's going on with what's going on.
Somebody's going up there to see him today. Who's that? Oh, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's going to go pick up his
Dark motor?
the 340 stuff.
Yeah.
He's done.
Jeff-a-fa-fa?
He's done with what he wants to do with that, so he's going to go pick it up and start assembling that because he's trying to get that car ready for sick week.
Oh, are they going to take that to
Yeah,
Sick Week?
because they're trying to get the orange one, the one that put the motor on and stuff. He's trying to get that ready for sick week, so hopefully that'll leave him enough time. So there's a bunch of cars around here that are being built for sick week right now. Tommy's trying to get his truck ready for sick week.
The OBS?
Yeah, the OBS.
Wow.
Which he's got a lot of stuff done. He might take it normally aspirated
Okay.
to sick week. and then do the turbo stuff when he gets back. So motor's basically all there. He was doing all the brake lines, fuel lines, all that stuff the other day, and he was working on wiring the other day. So it's coming a long way. But they've been in 4 different time zones in the past.
They just came back from Arizona.
No,
right?
They came back from Arizona. They went to and got to drive around in the new Charger Daytonas.
Yeah.
670 horsepower EV.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's got speakers in the
Got
exhaust.
speakers in the exhaust.
I'm reserving judgment until I'm actually in one of those.
Yes, it's a good looking car.
It is.
That's what the Charger always should have been.
Yes.
They never should have built a 4-door Charger. Never, ever.
I agree.
But they were there. They went to Oklahoma to race.
Yeah. Good point.
3 days before that. Now tomorrow, they're all going to Cletus's race.
Oh yeah, Christmas tree drags.
Christmas tree drags, and that's gonna be a wild deal.
Busy folks.
Try to have Christmas trees stay all together in one piece for a quarter of a mile at 200 miles an hour. I don't know about that.
Lots of ratchet straps.
And that's what they're going.
Yeah,
Ratchet
of ratchet straps.
all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a cool deal.
I'm just glad those guys are getting the opportunity to do that. That's a huge bonus for them.
Yeah, that's a really good deal. 'Cause, he was on the outside looking in, and somebody else went out, I understand, and he got in. So it worked out great. It worked out really, really good.
That should be great for them to expand their exposure also.
Oh, yeah.
Cleater's a good dude, and
He is a good dude.
he's got a lot of great people.
He sure helped a bunch of people in North Carolina along those.
Yeah.
Man, he was flying that helicopter in and out all those places. He found some.
And just got that thing back like the week before.
Yeah, he found some when he was flying. Found some family that had not heard nothing from anybody, or nobody heard nothing from them for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They were living on what they had right there, because there's no way to get to them, no way for them to get out.
Yep.
And he just happened to, they see him waving their arm when he passed by, landed the helicopter right there in the field, went over and talked to him, got all their info. It was great, man. It was awesome. I love when something like that happens.
Who would have ever thought Cletus McFarland would become the great American hero?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What in the world?
Well,
But
hey, look at what you just got through.
Takes
doing.
all kinds.
I mean, you went up there, played Santa Claus for those people in North Carolina. That was awesome. I mean, that was awesome.
That was
You got
rough.
to see it up close and personal on how bad it really is up there.
And even
bad.
3 months on.
And 3 months on, yeah. I saw a list the other day. There's 348 people still missing.
That'll probably never be found.
They'll never be found. If they haven't been found by now, they probably won't be found.
Yeah.
I mean, but some were in vehicles, some were in houses that got washed away, and all this stuff. And it's man, it's just horrible.
It was. I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was able to do that. It was not easy.
Oh no.
There were a lot of moments where I did not have the camera on because I didn't want to break down on camera.
Sure.
But I mean, there's a lot of situations where there's a lot of real good people there that aren't asking much out of life,
Right.
and they lost everything.
They lost everything. Yeah, and as bad as it was in Florida, and it was bad in Florida. Don't get me wrong, it was super bad in Florida. But I'm telling you what, they're not made for that stuff up there in North Carolina. They weren't expecting any of that. I mean,
none of them have federal flood insurance.
Surprise. Yeah,
none of that stuff.
Nothing, and they never will.
Yeah.
Because you're in floodplain.
Yeah.
You didn't know I was in floodplain.
No, I'm not in a
until 2 weeks
floodplain. I'm in
ago.
the mountains.
Exactly, I'm in the middle of the mountains.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. I'm hoping to be able to do something like that again. If I can get to that, to the point where doing things like that is like a yearly thing for me, I would love to do it.
No, that was great. That was awesome.
It was.
And did it as Santa Claus.
Yep.
That's awesome.
The look on people's faces when Santa's just hoboing down the road with a sack over his shoulder. People are like, "What in the hi?" It was fantastic.
That was great.
It was a great time.
That was awesome.
All right. Well, thanks for helping me spend money.
No problem, brother.
I always appreciate you.
You bet. I'll get your Pontiac stuff, Pontiac flex play on order too, and we'll hopefully get it in a lot quicker than they say.
Well, I can call in some VIP treatment maybe.
That's true.
All righty, guys. So it solves all of the problems we've got going on. One thing you're going to notice with me, if you haven't noticed this already, is I'm lots of things moving forward at the same time kind of guy. By the way, it's Beautiful hill here in Central Ohio. It's raining and gray and crappy. But I'm a lot of projects moving forward at the same time kind of guy. I'm not just to work on one thing at a time. The reason that is, other than the fact that I also have ADD, is that you get stuck. You get projects moving forward, and then they have to stop because you gotta get parts. And you get project moving forward, and you gotta stop because you gotta get parts. So, yes, you're gonna see coverage bouncing around quite a bit as I work on this project and that project and this project and that project. All of them generally moving forward, but not always in a very linear fashion because you run into complications and problems. And I want to try to keep everything moving forward, so that's why you're going to see me bouncing around. I'm going to run up to the warehouse, pick up what I need to pick up, and then I think I'm going to head to Bob's. I'm going to go see my dad first, though. He's in a medical facility right down the road from here, so I'm going to go see Daddy real quick, and then I'm going to head to the warehouse. So, thanks for watching, by the way. This is Automotive Adventures with Austin, my own little personal corner of the YouTube internets where I work on my projects and some of the work car stuff, bounce around and do my automotive thing. Also, I may be going to Detroit this evening. Not entirely sure. Waiting on a guy on Facebook Marketplace. That's probably a story for another day, though. Let's get back on the road. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's good to be back in Ohio. Well, welcome to Jegs. No, I didn't say that right. Jegs. There we go. Jegs corporate headquarters and warehouse up here in Delaware, Ohio. It's about 20 minutes away from the shop. Should have a whole bunch of pieces, parts in here for me, waiting to go. What a beautiful day, isn't it? Isn't it nice? Welcome to Ohio. Isn't it lovely? Ugh. This could be snow. Wouldn't that be nice? I think I even have my receipt. I do. Look at me. I even brought the paperwork. Thanks, sir. Those of you who have not ever been here, welcome to Jegs. There we go. We'll call. This is not a retail establishment. So where you saw me earlier this morning, that was 11th Avenue. That's their main retail store. This is not a retail establishment. This is purely just their corporate headquarters, their call center, and their warehouse. So don't typically show up here wanting to shop. You do need to call ahead and be able to pick up the parts. Now, fortunately for me also, these guys see me almost every other day. So they're usually on the ball to be able to get me my stuff pretty quick. Get me in and out of here, back to the shop, keep on working on hot rod stuff. Unfortunately, I did just get a phone call from Uncle Bob, and we may have a mismatch issue with the crank rods and pistons on this Olds 455 process, which could definitely throw a wrench into the works. I'm waiting on a little bit more info from him, and then we'll see where we're going. And so this video may not end up at Bob's. I may end up back at Jegs, 11th Avenue, seeing if Uncle Terry can bail me out of a situation. Apparently, maybe that crankshaft has big block Chevy rod journals, and the rods we ordered are old journal size, not big block Chevy rods. Should have been the right things, but sometimes we get our T's not crossed and our I's not dotted. It happens. This is hot rod life. A lot of you guys, by the way, if you've never paid attention to what I do and what I'm doing on this channel, is I'm really giving you kind of the honest day-to-day life of somebody in this industry and what I do for a living. And it's not all sunshine and roses and ice cream. There's a lot of headaches, there's a lot of complications, there's a lot of problems. You move forward and you stop, and you move forward and you stop, and you move backwards and you move forwards. And there's a lot of spending money and a lot of frustration, a lot of homework that goes into this stuff. And I want to be honest with you guys, because I think a lot of times, a lot of these channels that are out there gloss over all of the headaches and all of the other stuff, and it's all one big linear, hey look, I rebuilt a car, or I made this thing that was been abandoned in a barn for the last 20 years. I showed up with everything I needed. I had no idea what I wanted, and I fixed everything, and then I drove it home. And there's no there's no honesty that's in a lot of that stuff. So this is kind of how it works. So we'll see. Give me parts, and then we'll go from there. I don't know. We'll see. This may not have a happy ending to this episode, but that's real life. All right. Flex plate, ARP flex plate bolts for Pontiac and Oldsmobile. Same thing. Got our crank bolt and our damper. And I already actually have one of these for a Pontiac. This one is my Oldsmobile V8. That should be everything we need. Cool, cool. That right there, folks, is exactly why you have a person that you trust in the parts world. We forgot to order a Pontiac crank bolt, so these guys found me one. We're rocking and rolling. It's another PRW part, which is great. B, I called Terry down at Jegs at the 11th Avenue store to apprise him of the situation. And not only is he going to handle it, but he's actually going to call the engine builder, Uncle Bob McVay. So Uncle Terry's going to call Uncle Bob and make sure we've got all our ducks in a row and everything's figured out. And then he's going to handle it for me. How much more can you ask for from your parts supplier? Now, granted, I am extremely important, so I do get some VIP treatment. But it's exactly why we love these guys and why we take care of them, and why they take care of us. So, crisis averted. Unfortunately, that probably means we're probably stuck for a little bit on the Olds project until we get a new set of rods here, because I believe we've got a crank journal issue. I've got to figure out what the rods are. So, best case scenario, we're probably going to end up having to order a set of rods, so it's probably going to be another week to get them, provided Scat has them in stock. But we'll update you guys on that. So I got some more running around to do. Got to take a drive shaft down to drive line 1, get that done, and then get back to the shop. And then tomorrow, I just got a messenger with my gentleman in the Detroit area with a Pontiac piece that I need to go buy. And we'll talk about that in another episode. But tomorrow I am headed north to Detroit, which is cool because I can meet up with some people and I can have some Detroit-style pizza. Pizza-popolis, here I come. But that'll be another episode. I don't know. This is just my daily life, guys. This is what I do for a living. So like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And I hope to see you on the next one. We'll be headed to Detroit. See ya. Bye-bye. Quick update. My engine builder and my parts supplier had a little powwow on the phone and figured it out. Got ourselves some brand new connecting rods. Should be here within 3 days. We'll keep moving that project forward. So there you go. It's still a win. Aha! I love it. Hey, have a great rest of your day.